Hey guys. Okay, so I was coaching my private clients today in the mastermind, and one thing came up that was pretty, it's just the thing that is always the thing for people, right? Like, I don't even know how else to say it. It's like we spend all this time, and I still am doing it in different areas of my life, right? There are definitely areas of my life where I'm still struggling with the same thing, right? So I'm very thankful that I've shown up for quite a while now on my A game in certain areas of my life and doing a great job in those areas of my life. And then there are areas of my life where I'm still applying this to. But here is the big thing, right? So like the thing I talked about with my private client today was, it's really up to you. It's completely your choice at any given moment whether you are going to choose to focus on what if, and I'm not good enough, and I won't know what to say, and I'm not sure, sorry if it's wobbling. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the right thing to say. I'm not sure what people are going to think. I'm worried I'm going to be too salesy. I'm worried that my what I'm saying isn't powerful enough, or that I don't have something that can leave people in awe, and look at this other person and they're doing so good and they're doing so many things better than me. Who would ever sign with me, or who would do this with me? Or, I can't leave my job because then, I won't have money to buy all these expensive things and compare to Joe Schmo and all this other crap. And it's okay, right? Like, that's really okay. If you don't mind feeling that way and you don't mind having that experience of life, it's okay if that's what you choose to think on. But if that's what you're going to do, stop blaming shit on other people. Stop blaming shit on technology, or on your parents, or on your asshole friend, or a client that said something, or the one person that made you feel like crap, right? Like, that's not why you're choosing these things, right? Those are just circumstances, and every other human being has circumstances, right? So if you and I both know that everyone else, like, this is the human condition, this is just shit that humans go through, then it stands to reason that there's also another option for you. And the people who are knocking it out of the park and being seen and changing lives and, making tons of money and, having the experience of life that they want to, are making a different choice. And the choice that they're making is to focus on something else. To focus on the goal, to stay focused on what's next, what went right, how can we up level, what's the next thing that I can do to get myself to the next level, what can I appreciate about what I've learned and what I've done. And the way that we're able to stay focused on that is remembering one thing and one thing only. The one thing that you get to remember through this journey that brings us right back to safety, right back to letting it be easy, right back to having fun, is hands down 100% remembering and knowing that everything that happens, everything that's going on, every circumstance that comes your way, every condition that you find in your life, every relationship situation that you find yourself in, all stems from a choice of you showing up and remembering that these things happen for your good. So in the moment when the shit hits the fan, when you're at where you're at, you get to decide whether you're going to focus on the negative shit, the scary stuff, scare the shit out of yourself, pretend that abundance disappeared because you're in a tough circumstance, or you can remember that everything happens for your good, and that God and the universe are showing up and literally allowing circumstances and allowing you to have what you're choosing to go through the experience to shake off the things that are not meant to be there. And if you aren't willing to go through that process, you just don't get the reward on the other side, and that's it. And if you are willing to, if you're willing to acknowledge in the moment, like, hey, this circumstance is here because there's something in me trying to mature. There's a lesson here for me. There's something here for my benefit, for my good, that's only going to help me get to all the things that I want to get to. If you can remember that in the moment, what happens is you naturally sort of surrender to, like, okay, so that's what this is my lesson. And the sooner that you're willing to surrender and learn the lesson, the faster you get the reward on the other side. And when you resist it, when you refuse, when you're focused on the negative, when you keep making it a problem, like something's wrong, or you're off, or you're doing something wrong, or you're bad, all that happens is you restart the cycle again, over and over, and you will find yourself in the same fucking situation over and over and over, being frustrated and wondering why you can't get out of that cycle, why you can't just break through, why you're not getting to the other side, why you're not letting your voice come through, why aren't you being seen, why aren't people following you, why isn't the business working? And that's where you'll live. And the truth is, you're living there because you're choosing to live there. You're choosing to see the circumstances that are for your good, for you to grow and for you to shine really bright and have all the amazing things that you're longing for more inside because they were given to you for a reason, and you get to acknowledge that that's what it is and be excited about it. And not only do you get to acknowledge, like, okay, I forgot that this is for my good, and this is how I'm going to mature, this is how I'm going to grow into the woman I'm meant to be, the man I'm meant to be. Not only that, but it's also a moment to celebrate. It's a moment to celebrate and be like, holy shit, I did enough work to get all the way here to be able to see what else is possible for me. And the moment we can see what else is possible for us, we start comparing, we start judging, we start criticizing ourselves, we start expecting that it should just be already done, and we're unwilling to go through what Brene Brown calls day 2. Right? It's the phase where you can now see what's possible for you, but you haven't yet matured or gone through the work that it takes to get on the other side. And so we get frustrated and feel like something's wrong because I'm not there, but nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. It's just the normal pattern. It's just the process of you getting to the other side. It's just the day 2. And you've got to be willing to go through day 2 in order to get the result on the other side. It's just a normal part of the process of growing. Right? Like, what did you think growth was going to feel like? Of course it was going to feel like something different. The lowest, absolute most basic part of you, which is your brain and your brainstem, etc., your nervous system, right, is actually designed just to keep you doing whatever the hell you've already done. Nothing different, nothing new. So you're biologically wired to just sort of repeat the same day over and over and over. So in order to break out of that, that obviously means that we're going to have to experience something that feels different than that. And experiencing something like that can feel like unfamiliar, maybe scary, nerve-wracking, something like that. But all it really is chasing what makes you expand. Like, okay, is this something that feels horrible and therefore I should sort of not follow that? Or does this feel scary, but it feels like it expands me and it's expanding me and taking me to that next level? Your ass better be chasing the thing that makes you expand. And I don't freaking care if that's getting your nails done, or if that's launching and doing a Facebook Live, if that's making offers every single day, if that's having a tough conversation with your husband, if that's hiring the nanny, quitting your job, signing up with the mentor that's been on your radar. I don't know what it is for you, but it's something, and you know what it is, and you know damn well what to do to help yourself expand. So maybe that expansion feels scary as hell in the beginning because that's just the way your nervous system is wired, but that's okay. There's a difference between that feels jarring and horrible and I don't want that, or oh my God, I want what's on the other side of that, but the process feels scary and hard. You chase that shit with everything in you, because I promise the reward on the other side is so worth it. A little growing pains never hurt nobody. It's totally worth it to get on the other side of that. Okay, so I'm picking up my son, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know that was such a big process of me going through in some areas of my life. And the truth is, today I was talking to a friend of mine and I remembered, like, oh, how come I do that in this area, but not this area over here? So it's like, if it works so well in my business, it works so well with, money mindset and, being joyful and trusting that everything's going to be okay and not scaring the shit out of myself. Why am I not also transferring that to other areas of my life? Like maybe being sweeter or having more bravery to be vulnerable with my husband and other areas of my life, maybe with being a mom and really trusting myself with being a mom. So I'm grateful that it's easy in my business already. I really am truly grateful that that's become easy with money and become easy with my business, but it wasn't in the beginning, and you got to start somewhere. Right? So this is really just a call for you to remember the fucking truth and stop scrolling out and scaring the shit out of yourself. Knock it off. Stop scaring the shit out of yourself. Shift back on to remember that everything is working out for your good, that you chose this, that of course that you deserve to go through this circumstance and situation and outgrow it and mature and season yourself and become the woman who that's easy for you to deal with now, right? But it begins with starting, because you can't shift something if you don't start. Hey, Amanda, I'm so glad that this served you today. I'm really happy. Right? So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pick up my son now. P.S. If you've been someone who feels like you're ready to just kind of launch yourself forward into being seen, we do have the Money Making Facebook Lives group. Literally, I'm just teaching you guys exactly what I did to blow my business up from 0 to almost, it was a little over $250,000, between $250,000 in that very first year. And how I still use Facebook Lives just like this one, and how to come up with content. What do you say? What actually transforms? How do you love on your audience and call their ass to more without pissing them off or feeling like they're salesy? Like all of those kind of things. I teach everything. We drop everything in there. It's 10 days going hard. Super easy. So much fun. No complicated bullshit. It's the stuff that actually works. Releasing the stories and drama that it has to be hard, or that you have to know something better or be something better or do something different than what the fuck you already are. All that bullshit gone. It's like how to actually just make money being yourself. and letting yourself be seen. So the link for that is mandyperry.com. Ends tomorrow. So we're open for enrollment until tomorrow on that. And then we begin tomorrow in the group. All right. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.